is what I do. Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great color.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Right, 675.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 20-yard line.
Yellow. I'll go on, 80. 52. Right. I got him. 15. 52. Let it go, baby.
Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. Now Mahomes going to get this one to Hill. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the... He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number 1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. A good pickup there of 22. Off of play action. Love. Now a hit, and Love lost the football. It's out. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful throwing into too much double coverage. But nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They plan on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Benjamin's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. On fourth down, Locke. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Oh, you got deep? Shit.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
61. Matchbox. Light.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Where takes the give from Mahomes. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
49, guys. Mike, 49. All you get is a headache.
Yellow.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Williams loses the football and picked up by the Chargers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mahomes will try again on second down. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
44's the mic. 44's Mike. Shell stop. Watch the screen. 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 44's the mic.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Benjamin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Luck. Open man, it's Allen. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Play action. It's Luck. Well, this is caught by Williams. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Luck. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Badgley able to punch this one through. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Williams. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. There he goes, right side. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because they always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10. Luck going deep. It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Joker.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Hey, 43, 15.
49.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to fire. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm here all day.
They'll start here with Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Darren Lee there to get him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A give. Eckler running to the right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the carry, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, D.
They run again with Jackson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 6, just inside of the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They run on 1st down with Jackson, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Try to punch it in with Eckler, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.